4th degree. This matter was referred to the Lake County Adult Probation Department for a pre-sentence investigation report. That report has been completed. The state has had the opportunity to review that report and is ready to proceed with sentencing. The state would move to dismiss the remaining counts of the indictment. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Deeb.
Your Honor, we are prepared to go forward at this time. Your Honor, Ms. Scott had an issue with drugs in the past where she had started using a little bit, or more than anyone should have. She had got herself clean. She had her child endangering in 2022 and had some issues with CPS, her kids, the courts, and she was able to clean everything up, get her kids back, make sure she was sober. She's living with her mom. Her mom's here, Julie, in the courtroom today. And she wouldn't let her live back in her house if she thought that she was using drugs. And she's got a brother who is significantly addicted and he's still struggling. So she sees it firsthand. She was able to make sure that she gets herself clean. Unfortunately, she didn't do the prudent thing and clean house, which she should have. And these things were there
What does that
from
mean?
prior use. And I know that that sounds hard to believe, Your Honor, but she has 4 kids. She's constantly busy. In fact, she's missed numerous appointments to come to my office because she's always had kids or she's had to bring them with her. So I know she has a fairly hectic lifestyle, but the court and the probation department are going to come first. She knows that she can't deal with her kids if she doesn't deal with this. So she's going to make sure that that is something she takes care of. She is working full-time, and she has her 4 children. So she's hoping that, Your Honor, she can prove to you that she has maintained her sobriety, and she'll continue to do that while on community control. She's asking that you allow her to remain incarceration-free at this time and to allow her to show you through her actions that she is not a problem and not through the actions that she's had in the past, Your Honor. Thank you.
Scott, what do you want to tell me?
I wrote just something to say because I get nervous talking in public, if that's okay. Should I stand up?
You can sit down if you're comfortable.
Okay. I prepared a statement for you because I'm scared to talk in front of everyone. The fact the police found what they did in my purse, honestly, had no clue it was there, but I take full responsibility for it. I had a car accident July 3rd in 2022, and ever since then, it has changed my life, and I've been sober since. I've completely turned my life around. I'm a better mom. My mother talks to me. I have full custody of all 4 of my children now. I've been able to buy a truck. I've paid to get my license back. I have a full-time job. I help my mom run her bistro. I'm not guilty of using, but I am guilty of the stuff that was there from the past. But I just would like an opportunity to show you that's not who I am anymore.
Why was it in your purse?
Honestly,
First of all, what was in your purse?
I was told a straw and a Percocet was in there. And
A straw and then powder with it, right?
It was the dollar bill.
oh, a dollar bill. Well, I am a bartender, so I dump my stuff in there all the time, but the dollar bill, I forgot about that, but I don't know about that.
How long has that stuff been in there?
At least two to 3 years it's been in there.
See, I can't tell you how many times people come in here and tell me that what they got caught with was from a prior use from last week, last month, last year, 2 years ago.
I understand.
And I can't tell you, I will tell you, that I tell them I don't believe them.
Okay.
So you want me to believe that there's a pressed Percocet, which is fentanyl, in your purse for 2.5 years, and a straw with a crushed Percocet, which is fentanyl, in a dollar bill for 2.5 years. You want me to believe that?
I was told that they said it was cocaine in the straw, not fentanyl.
Okay,
but
whatever.
Whatever it was.
It doesn't
but
really matter what it is, right? So
I was also getting drug tests that time from Signature Health, and they wouldn't even give me the shot because, like, I was like, just so I can show that I don't care, you can give it to me. And she's like, someone who's been clean for so long, she said, putting
Shot
something,
for what?
the
Vivitrol?
the Vivitrol shot. And she said, someone who keeps coming in negative, to put more toxins in your system would be a bad idea. She said, if you've came this far, there's no reason for us to do that.
Okay, so you had an opiate addiction up until your
2000.
accident in 22 is what you're
Yes, sir.
telling me. So how long were you taking opiates?
Probably 2 to 3 years.
Okay, what were you taking?
I was taking Percocets, and obviously most of them were probably fentanyl. I didn't really care much at that time.
So then, why did you test positive for opiates in October and November?
I had 2 root canals done, and I had prescriptions for both.
Why would you take an opiate prescription if you were an opiate addict?
It was just 3 pills for each prescription.
I know, but did you tell the dentist that you were an opiate addict?
Yeah, and they were mixed with Tylenol as well. It's not like not that makes a difference. I guess.
Who's your dentist?
His name's Michael in Menor. I don't have my purse with me, but
First of all, that seems completely irresponsible on your part to accept an opiate prescription when you're an opiate addict. And it seems more irresponsible on his part to prescribe opiates to a known opiate addict, okay?
I understand.
Now, I don't know whether you actually told him that or not. My guess is you didn't, okay? Because if you did, okay,
Yeah.
he likely wouldn't have prescribed that, okay? So when did you have root canals?
In November, I had them October, November.
When?
On the dates?
Yeah, the dates.
I don't recall.
Okay. Did you provide some proof of that to Mr. Clement through this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Derek, what do you have?
Your Honor, as far as the procedures go, I don't have proof of the procedures, but I do have his script report, and then I have a fill date of October 28th for the acetaminophen with codeine. Prior to that, I have no other opiate prescriptions dating back to February 21st, 24th.
And what does the prescription say?
Acetaminophen, codeine.
Does it say the use, the recommended use?
Not on the script report, Your Honor.
I didn't bring my purse.
So how many of those 10 pills did you take?
I took as prescribed. So I took 3 for the first 2 days. It was up to 3 days. So, and as needed.
Okay. But you don't know when you had the procedures.
No, so I don't remember the date.
What are the dates of the positive test, Derek? The 23rd and the 13th?
October 23rd, November 13th, Your Honor.
So did you have root canals 3 weeks apart?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Should we delay this and get proof of that?
You can? Yes, sir.
Well, I can. I know I can.
Well,
So
no, I
should
mean,
we,
like,
okay?
yes, I can.
Because what you say
Mm-hmm.
doesn't ring true to me.
Okay.
And that doesn't seem like that concerns you all that much.
Well, I just know I can prove that I've had them 3 weeks
Okay.
apart.
So why would you take opiates if you're an opiate addict, if what you're saying is true?
Well, I don't consider myself an addict anymore.
Well, you are an addict, okay?
Okay. I don't even drink alcohol anymore.
When's the last time you had a Vivitrol shot?
I've never had one. They won't give it to me because
Then why were they even discussing it?
I wanted to get it done when this first incident happened to show that I was going inconsistently.
When what incident happened?
when they found this Percocet. I wanted to show I was sober at that time.
What would a Vivitrol shot have to do with showing you were sober at the time?
Because if I'm an addict, they would give it to me to help me stop. But since I didn't have anything in my system.
How long you been going to Signature?
I was going for a year on and off.
When?
2023.
Until 24?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why were you going there?
To stay sober. My mom actually has me go there to show her random drug tests because she wouldn't let me stay in her house without proving to her that I was sober.
Back in April of 24, when this happened, well, why were you shoplifting, I guess is, I mean, if you hadn't been shoplifting, you wouldn't be here right now. So why were you shoplifting?
Your Honor, I asked to switch registers 2 different times. It's clearly on the video, and they came and they rang in the order themselves, and then you see me on video. Me and my son both put something up at the same time. A different lady came and said, "You need to re-bring this in," and I did not think that she was talking about the 2 bags that I had already in my cart, and I kept on with the rest of my order. And that was completely accidental, but I was rushing. I was already late for work, and that's what happened.
Okay. What did you normally keep in your purse?
Everything.
Like what?
Um,
I mean, obviously everything, but like what specifically?
It's like my kid's diaper bag. They told me not to bring it because they said if somebody saw it, they'd think I was a hoarder. But I have everything I own in my purse. It's the only private thing I have anywhere.
Like what?
My work supplies, my kid's diaper bag, my bottles. There's diapers.
How big's your purse?
It's about the size of his bag.
I can't see that.
It's huge, and it's filled to the brim.
So if you got your kids' stuff in there, that means you're regularly taking stuff out, putting stuff in, right?
Well, yeah, all their big
So
stuff.
what's the Percocet pill and the powder with the straw doing in there if you're regularly taking stuff out and putting stuff in?
Your Honor, I didn't think anything was in there at all like that.
Well, you just told me everything's in there.
Well, everything, but that's from, if I would have known it was there, I would have threw it away. I would have got rid of it. My kids go in my, it was, and I don't know, he said he found it at the bottom of my purse, which I can completely agree. Because there's so much crap in there.
But you regularly go in there, don't
Yeah.
you?
To get my kids' cups and diapers and baby wipes. I'm not digging in the bottom of it for change.
Well, listen. I don't know where your head is at. I don't believe what you're telling me,
Okay.
okay? And you don't seem all that concerned that I don't believe that what you're telling me.
Well, I can show you.
Okay. Well, what you've shown me is that what you've told me and what you've shown me is that you're an opiate addict who's still taking opiates. Now, maybe you got it. Maybe you snowed the dentist into giving that to you, okay? But you're still taking it.
I'm not.
Well, you are because you tested positive, okay, twice. So you are. Don't tell me you're not. Is that a bad test?
It's just was a prescription for a procedure.
Okay. All right. Well, you're an opiate addict and an opiate addict shouldn't take opiates.
Yeah.
Now, if what you're telling me is true, that was the first time in 2.5 years, okay? When you go to buy the next Percocet off the street,
That's not gonna happen.
well, if you do, when you take it, you'll drop dead because it's been so long since you took it. You'll drop dead. And then 4 kids will be wondering where their mother is.
I understand, sir.
And your mother will have to take responsibility for 4 kids.
That's why I
But
take
she
this
shouldn't
seriously.
have to, okay?
Absolutely.
So whether you are telling me the truth or whether you're lying to me, in the end, doesn't really matter, does it? It really doesn't, okay? The only one you gotta be honest with is yourself. And if you're not honest with yourself, you're gonna drop dead. If you are honest with yourself, then you're gonna live a long, productive life.
Yes, sir.
So that's why it doesn't matter whether I believe you or don't believe you. Just to make it clear, I don't believe you.
I get
In
it.
case you were missing that part of it,
I can see that.
okay?
I don't know if there's anything I can do other than just to show you guys. I mean, I would sign up for random drug tests, weekly drug, I don't give a,
Well, you'll be signed up. We're gonna sign
good.
you up for random drug tests.
That's,
No
and
question about that,
great.
okay? Okay? How many doctors do you go to?
A lot.
Oh, well, who are they?
I have a hand doctor, and I have a fibromyalgia doctor, I have my dentist, I have, my thyroid doctor, I have,
How often do you go?
well, I have another surgery coming up,
For what?
on my, I can't even think, my hands.
For what condition?
Carpal tunnel. I've already had surgery twice on it, and I have a connective tissue disorder, so they have to go back in and do it again.
When are you doing that?
Well, my son just got diagnosed with a thing, so I had to push back my surgery, so I don't know the exact date. They are gonna call me when they have another opening. My son Christopher's sick all the time, so.
How often do you work?
5 days a week,
What hours do you normally work?
11 to 7.
What do you do at work?
I manage my mom's bistro and I cook. I do inventory and I stock, and
How long you been doing that?
9 years.
Anything else you want to say?
You keep saying it doesn't matter what you think, but it does to me, because I've came a long way and I'm not going backwards.
Okay. See, I've met you 3 times. The
Yes, sir.
pre-trial, when you pled, and today.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know you other than the report that was compiled and my conversation with you. I don't know you.
Yeah.
Okay. You shouldn't put that much credence in whether I believe you or don't believe you. Okay? Because as I said, it doesn't matter if I believe you.
Yeah.
Okay? You're either gonna do what you're supposed to do or you're not gonna do what you're supposed to do. I mean, it really is that simple.
Yes.
Okay? Now, I know your mother believes you because at various times she's shaking her head at what I'm saying, which is fine. Okay? I believe I believe what she told you, that she'll throw your ass out
Oh, yeah.
if you're doing drugs again.
No one's harder on me than her.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Himmeline,
Your Honor, the state would recommend the court impose a sanction of community control sanctions, in this case with treatment.
all right. All right, I read the pre-sentence report, listened to Ms. Scott, counsel, and I have considered all the provisions in 292911, 292912, and 292913. I'm going to place you on community control for 3 years. You're going to serve 2 days in jail with credit for 2. You're to have no drugs or alcohol, and you'll be screened. You're going to get a drug and alcohol evaluation. You're going to follow all the recommendations. Now, when you get the evaluation, a lot of what they recommend is going to be based on what you say. So you say whatever you want to say. You can either be honest or dishonest. It's up to you. You're to maintain full employment. You're to go to only the doctors that you go to now.
Yes, sir.
And you're to go to only one dentist, and you're to get your prescription medication from only one pharmacy. Whatever doctors you go to, when you go over to probation today
Yes, sir.
and meet with your probation officer, you're going to write out who your doctors are, where they're located,
Okay.
and you're going to sign releases for each of those providers so probation can get all your records.
Okay.
And you're going to pay the costs and supervision fees in this case. Mr. Clement, anything else?
Nothing further on our end, Your Honor.
Do you understand all the terms?
Yes, sir.
Any question about any of the terms?
No, sir.
All right, if you violate the terms, then the state will file a motion to terminate your community control. If I find you violated, you face 18 months in prison. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
And if that happens, then unfortunately, I will have been right here,
Right.
okay? But if it does happen, then when you get out, then you'll have somebody else looking over your shoulder, the parole authority.
Okay.
And they'll put conditions on you. If you violate their conditions, they could send you back to prison for up to 9 months for each violation, up to 1/2 of my sentence. If that violation's a new felony, then you could get an additional consecutive prison sentence for the violation, the maximum of which is the greater of 12 months or the time left under post-release control. So, as you've indicated, there's a lot at stake here,
Yes, sir.
and it's up to you to succeed at what you have to do. The remaining charges are dismissed. Anything subject to forfeiture is forfeited. Anything else, Ms. Himmeline?
Just bond, Your Honor.
Released. Mr. D.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right.
Thank you.